welcome to Frame of Reference, the show where we bring in directors and artists to talk about music videos and the process behind them. So today we have SweetTalker, which we have two of the guys from there, Ryan and David, and then we also have Casey Pierce, the director for it, and we're going to talk about their video for Goodbye. So let's go ahead and start with SweetTalker. When did you guys start making music? When did you become a band, I guess, as well? And who else is in the band?
We became a band in the summer of 2015, and there's two other guys in the band, Chris and Hayden, the drummer and the bass player. So we have like a handful of other musicians that we like tag in and out here and there depending on the show too. So, you know, it's kind of more of like a really large friend group that we're always just tapping, you know. So
yeah, you've got some horn players in there.
Yeah.
That does sound like fun though, to have a couple people just come in and out.
Yeah.
If we could afford them, we would have them all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if you have a 9-piece band.
Oh yeah.
Playing for.
It's the beauty of Nashville though; they're all here, so
yeah,
right.
It's nice.
Yeah.
When did you get started in music on your own?
Ooh, I was a kid, so I was like 10. When I got my first guitar, I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep doing this. This is pretty fun. So.
Yeah, like 13 or 14.
Okay.
Started playing at church. Learned how to play bass from a two-fingered. He had two fingers on this hand, but he could play by ear. So he just would play, and I'd learn how to play from him, and then so it started from there, and then started singing and playing guitar, and you know, the usual stuff. Started in church. A lot of people did.
Mm-hmm.
Did you start in church?
I didn't play music at all.
Did you do anything at church though? Like,
I mean, I squirmed around a lot. I feel like I used to. In fact, my grandfather used to get really mad at me because I would just stand up and sit down, and stand up and sit down in the middle of service, like in the pews. I would just like grab the front pew in front of me and just like stand. I had so much energy. And I would sit there and I would draw. I would just like try to do something, you know, to keep myself entertained.
Same.
Yeah.
Just a little guy with so much energy.
I know, I'm still the same.
If I wasn't playing music, I was running the projector.
Nice.
Like scrolling. Sometimes a little shadow finger pointing at the words, like, glory, glory. Tambourine, you name it.
That's
Our church sounds like it was more boring than your church.
Oh, mine was very exciting. You were liable to get some hands laid on you at any moment.
Really? Wow.
Oh,
yeah, we were like, we were very boring.
All right, and then Casey, when did you get started making music videos?
Music videos, I guess it was probably around 2015. I made my first music video.
Nice. Which one was that?
It was for she goes by Torres. Mackenzie Scott had a song out called Sprinter. And made the video for that, and then we did another one for her song Strange Hellos, and I started just kind of getting work, you know, word of mouth from there, and just kept playing with the form. And I was a painter before, and I was really kind of bored with that because, you know, you're just alone all the time, tapping on a canvas for hours. I was like, I need some people in my life. So discovered the video thing, and I was just like, this is where it's at. I should have been doing this a long time ago. Yeah.
That's awesome. So how did you guys meet and start working together?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
I feel like I heard your name through just some mutual friends who had seen one of his videos that he had recently done, and somebody mentioned, I don't remember who, was like, you should talk to him. So I think we just reached out, like Instagram or something.
Yeah, just the Nashville network, you know.
Yeah. We met at Rosemary, I think.
That's right, we did.
That's
yeah,
right.
And then we stayed out longer than I expected.
Yeah, we hit it off pretty good. So
nice. Have you guys worked together on anything else?
Yeah,
some
quite
stuff.
a few things actually.
Right.
Yeah, like, well, we did a second music video for their song Far Away. Yeah, Far Away. And then we filmed a Christmas special that you wrote with your band.
The guys.
And we filmed this Christmas special. And then also I've been writing a script, and I've had him come over and do some screen tests and stuff like that. So yeah, we get into all kinds of little fun things, you know.
Awesome.
It's been really fun.
Yeah.
So I know there's not many bands out there right now that have like two singers, but I feel like that's really cool. I love the ones that do. How did you guys like decide that you wanted to do that? Do you both just like really want to sing but didn't want your own band, or you just like the idea of it?
Oh man,
Yeah, it's so funny because it's not just us that also sing. The other two guys, Hayden and Chris, both have their own like projects that they work on, and Chris and Hayden will sometimes like sing certain songs on stage when we play out. Like songs that they like, we'll like cover it and they'll sing or whatever, you know. So it's just kind of one of those things. Like if anybody's like if someone like writes a song or whatever, like no one's gonna be like, well, you shouldn't sing it. Like, well, if someone wants to sing it, we just let them. So it's just kind of, there's not really any hard rules, you know. It's just kind of whatever seems right, you know.
No, I like that. I always find it weird. Like, I understand when bands write songs together, but it's always interesting when some other member of the band writes a song and somebody else sings it. I've always been that person that, like, if I wrote a song, I'm like, I want to be the one to sing it because it's about me. It's my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely understand that, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
I feel like I may remember that. Do you guys? I actually found you guys. I saw you at the Mockingbird Theater last May.
Oh yeah.
When you guys were down there. So I feel like I remember. Didn't the other two guys then, like, did you guys like do covers? They did their favorite song.
Yeah.
I know there were you and two other bands, and I remember one of the bands did that, and I couldn't remember if that was you guys or not.
We did some covers. We definitely played some covers. That was our first show back.
I know.
Yeah.
It was my first show since I moved here in June of 2020, and that was my first show because everything was closed down.
We played with this awesome band called Gold Park there.
They're awesome.
They just slayed us, and we were like,
oh, no.
A great band they were. And they are. I mean, they're taking off doing great. But we were like, man, this is our first show back, and we were excited, and they came up and played and blew us away. Yeah, it was a fun show.
That was amazing.
It's a cool theater, too.
Yeah, that was crazy. I hadn't been in there before.
Where is that?
Down in Franklin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's in like a little
The factory.
area. Yeah, the factory.
Oh, yeah, I've been there. For an
Cool
art
spot.
show.
So what was the song written about?
Well, the song started off being kind of like just this riff that I had made. I was listening to some song, I can't remember what song it was, that was inspiring me, and I was just like, I'd made this riff that was kind of in the vein of that, because I just loved that song so much. It'll come to me in a moment, but it just kind of started off as one thing where I was just playing a riff, and Chris and I had messed with it a little bit, and when we were doing the pre-production for the album, we had finished going through all the songs, and I only had this one piece of the song, and Goldman, the producer for the album, was like, do we have any other ideas we want to bring to the table? And Ryan was like, play that one idea that you're working on, Dave. And then I played it, and Goldman was like, he was immediately into the idea, and he was like, finish that song. So we just kind of were off to the races, and I don't know, it just kind of came together really quickly after that. It wasn't the
lyrics though, when we milled around on what they should be, and we kind of landed on the theme of, you know, goodbye and sort of tumultuous relationship and feeling like you're wasting your time and that whole like breaking free type of thing. But it was interesting because at the time we were personally I was going through something sort of similar, and so he wrote I think he came up with like some initial, like the chorus idea or something, and I was like, why are you reading my mail here? Like, look, let's finish this song. So it seemed like it came out pretty easy.
Yeah.
It was like pretty topical for me at the time.
Very relatable topic, you know, so it's just kind of like, it was one of those things where it was like the first words just came out of my mouth, and I just continued with the idea, you know, and then from there I got a rough draft and then brought it to the guys, and then Ryan and I and Mike and even I think Joel, like, all kind of worked together on the vocal part to try and, you know, get it right. Joel was a co-producer on the album, so it was through many drafts, you know, so.
It's a good breakup song.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
And so how did you guys come up with the concept for the video? Was that kind of like...
I think, well, I had written a couple of treatments for it. Just playing around with ideas like I do, you know, sometimes you kind of overcreate and pare it down. This one, it was just like, came up with a couple treatments, and they were just way too expensive to do, you know? And it was like, okay, we have to simplify this idea a little bit and bring it home, you know? We were going to have them in the back of a semi-trailer, like, playing while the truck was driving around, you know? And then, like, getting slammed in the walls when the truck was taking turns and stuff. I don't know. We ended up not going that direction, but then it kind of centered around this little montage of a couple deteriorating, or actually like kind of discovering each other, then deteriorating, just through little like vignettes, because it's mostly a performance video when it comes down to it, and the little relationship vignettes just kind of are sprinkled through to create this story.
Yeah. Awesome. So let's take a look at the video for Goodbye.
So goodbye. Whatever made you happy, whatever made you sad, I gave it all to you, darling.
Awesome. So that was the video for Goodbye from SweetTalker. So let's just start with, like, I guess, where was it shot for the house scenes, and then also like where were you driving around at in the car?
That was my house on the east side. It's in Inglewood.
It's been featured in multiple music videos.
It has actually, yeah.
For different artists, actually.
It's a really cool old house. It's a 1930, kind of like a brick Tudor, and it's funny because it's huge, but all the rooms are really small. It's like a house of hallways, basically.
We had to move so much stuff around.
Yeah,
I mean, every setup that we did, we had to move like tons of stuff out of each room because I mean he lives in it,
and I also
and
have
other
a lot
people
of
lived
stuff
in it.
there.
Yeah.
It's like a
So is that all your furniture? Or did you like bring in other stuff? Okay,
yeah.
that's nice. So you don't have to like pay for a location or a
Right,
bunch of
yeah.
props. Yeah.
Gotta be resourceful.
Yeah, we use
music videos.
Yeah, it's
anymore.
nice because it kind of justified having that thing. Like, oh, see, I knew I'd use it in a video someday.
Yeah, and now it's rolled up in the corner.
Yep. Back in your home. And then yeah, we just drove the truck around Inglewood, just around the area, just up and down Greenfield and Riverside, and down would have been Stratford, down that way.
Okay.
So didn't go super far because we had a very expensive camera mounted to my old hood.
I was wondering about that too. Like, I don't know much about video.
held strong.
So how did you shoot that?
Yeah.
Yeah, a very cheap car mount, and just trust in the universe that it was all going to be okay.
Not a cheap camera.
Yeah, but you know, I don't know. You put yourself in harm's way. You put your stuff in harm's way. It happens all the time. You just have to like, you know, cross your fingers sometimes.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. No one's gonna hire me now. They're gonna like.
I mean, it came
they
out
won't let
great.
me.
Nothing happened.
They
He
won't
does
let.
his own- all
They
his own
won't
stunts.
let me borrow any of their stuff anymore. So
Exactly.
Hey, you said your stuff in harm's way.
that's
not
right.
some
My
other
stuff.
people's
My stuff. I don't put
Yeah.
other people's stuff in harm's way.
No.
No.
Absolutely not. My
course
client
not,
does
never.
not do that.
So was that your truck then?
Yeah.
So, okay. Cool. And just, did you have any other ideas for a car, or you just like the idea of an old truck? Or
Well, you know, I've only got so many cars and trucks. And
Yeah.
That's the coolest one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it was a Ford, but
yeah.
okay.
it was either that or
that's
like
fine.
a van, like a big white band van.
Yeah, it was a low budget fare. We just looked at our resources.
Yeah.
And we used what we had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was I mean, I know you guys were in the cab, but was that Chris and Hayden, the other two guys in the video?
Mm-hmm.
How did they enjoy being in the back in a chair while it was driving? That looked
I
terrifying.
think there were moments of joy and moments of fear.
Yeah. I think Hayden enjoyed it the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. He did. That's funny.
Quick, give me another
I
question.
know, I'm thinking. Hurry. Okay, yeah. So the other two were Chris and Hayden. That's great. The couple that was in the house. Do you know them, or were they like hired actors?
Those are two friends of ours,
Okay.
Goa and Charlie. Both
Yeah.
great people.
Yeah.
Both just cool people in East Nashville that we happen to know. And Casey hit them up and asked if they would dance for us, and they said
Yeah.
yes. Had a great time.
They tore it up.
Looked good doing it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did a great job. Yeah,
Cool.
charismatic people.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
And then I think the only other main one that I had, but again, not knowing a lot about video myself, but like learning a lot as I'm working here. That shot in the hallway, and I know you mentioned you kind of just wanted to get some cool shots. I think it was like at the end of the second verse, and so on David, and it's doing like I think you're either zooming in and pulling back, or vice versa,
Oh yeah.
to get that cool effect.
The dolly
Yeah.
zoom.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, it's a popular trick. I like it a lot. I mean, like in films, they use it for special moments,
Yeah.
you know? But in a music video with performance, it's just like, this looks cool.
Yeah.
I'm into this.
Especially
Uh,
with like the lights in the back as well. That was like
Yeah.
just like it was a vibe.
Cool. Thanks. Yeah, I love lighting. I'm obsessed with so many DPs. I study them and I love to follow directors of photography. The DP. I don't know, for the lay people out there. But yeah, I mean, just studying lighting setups. I'll watch movies over and over and over, and you know, the first time, maybe 2 times or something, I'm watching it just to be entertained, and then the next 20 times that I watch a movie, I'm like, where were the lights here in this scene? You know, how are they moving the camera? Like thinking about the lines and all that stuff. It's fun. It's fun to dissect that stuff.
He's got
starting
an
to notice
awesome
that more.
studio space too. That's
Okay.
like super customizable with the lights and
Ooh.
super cool vibe.
Yeah.
It's got like a big wall like this,
Yeah.
infinity wall. we
Mm-hmm.
call it,
Yeah.
Actually, 2 of them. You got one green one like this upstairs, and
Yeah.
a white one.
Yeah. Do some special effects every now and then.
Nice.
Yeah.
You could probably fill at least another 10 minutes.
We can talk about anything.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, I don't have too many more like questions myself that I can think of at the moment, but any fun behind the scenes stories that you guys want to talk about? How long did it take to shoot? Was that just like one day?
One day, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we did shoot the car stuff on a separate day.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But that was like 3 hours.
right.
So,
It was interesting because it was like really early. When was it? 2020? Really early?
It was 2019.
Where we were doing 2019 when we shot the.
It was end of 2019.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember doing the truck thing outside.
It was just a random, like, sunny, warm day in December.
In December?
I think.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. That was a fun day. But I remember a friend band was in town, and they all just lazed around in the front yard. And
Oh, yeah.
we had
Everybody's
this
just, like,
picnic out there.
kicking it out in the front yard.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
right. Brother Lee.
Yeah.
Nice.
Shout
Yeah,
out to
I remember
Brother
that.
Lee.
That's right.
St. Louis homies.
Mm-hmm.
Fun memories. Let's see.
I don't have any.
That was all terrible. The whole experience.
We always
was
have
just
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
just
mean,
the
it's
whole
just
day
like
is cool.
generally, I can't think of any specific events. I know that, I mean, that video, this video for Goodbye in particular, it had a lot of hangups. We had a lot of like trials to make it.
Yeah.
Things just kept going wrong, actually, I just like had trouble with getting people together or keeping people to stay longer than we anticipated, and just random problems. But every video project has a ton of problems. It's just like that. It's like, creative problem solving is half the job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, the highlight of it for me is what that sort of snowballed into now, like our friendship and the creative things we've been able to do and talk about, laugh about since then. It seems like that was the start of it.
Yeah, it was kind of a catalyst. That was the first time we worked together.
Yeah, so I hold that
so,
video
yeah.
close for that reason, because it's like that was kind of the first time we made something together, and it was hard, and that was, I remember, I didn't know you as well back then.
Well, we
so
didn't have
I was
like
worried.
a rhythm on how to work together.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I hope that Casey will work with us again, or that he's, not that it was like a nightmare, but it was like it's just challenging, and there wasn't like it's all right, be tough or whatever. It was like we were still getting to know each other. So
yeah, and everybody. I mean, it's not like we had a team. It was like I didn't even have an assistant on that shoot. It was just me setting up the lights and the cameras.
Skeleton crew.
Yeah, and doing that, and then you were basically producing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. The day I remember when the guys showed up to play horns. That was a fun moment.
Yeah.
With that big, what's his name?
Spencer.
Spencer.
Yeah.
He's like 7 feet tall, and he doesn't play horn, but he was pretending to play, and it was so funny. And, and of course the other guy's like a master horn player. He plays sax, and
I was gonna ask about that too. I forgot to write that one down, but yeah, like, are those friends as well that just came by for it?
they're like two.
Well, Jody was actually the guy who was playing saxophone was actually on the record. He is the guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's amazing. He also played the flute solo in that song too.
Oh, okay.
So,
Cool.
but the other guy, we had one of the other horn guys, but he canceled on us. He had something else going on. So I just called my buddy. I was like, dude, do you want to be in a music video? It's just kind of one of those calls. So he showed
said
up.
hell yes.
Yeah, he showed up, and he's tall as hell, but he's awesome.
It was hilarious because we're standing around kind of waiting to get started. And so you hear this like awesome saxophone, and then you hear like,
he's like trying to play it for the first time.
It came out great in the music video. You can't tell.
No way.
It's movie magic.
Good.
That's right.
Back to like the props. When you guys are like, I think at the first time when you're like all walking out to the truck, did you just grab random stuff from your house?
Pretty much, yeah.
Just whatever looked cool and just threw it in the truck and took off.
Yep, just grab some stuff. That lamp, I was like, I don't remember what we were thinking or why we did it. We just did it.
You put that lamp in the cab with you, and it was just like rattling around, and you were so worried it was gonna break because it's like an antique. And I was just like, why did we bring the lamp?
I was like, that looks so old. I was like,
yeah,
not a good thing to put in a car.
We were just going for it. We had to get the hell out of that house with that stuff.
And you needed to carry something.
I'm taking my lamp.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, yeah.
My damn lamp.
Yeah, I had to move out.
It's my world pillow and my lamp.
Yeah.
We're out of here. Come on, boys.
That's right.
Oh, the world pillow. Yeah.
Can you guys think of anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I was telling these guys earlier that in Africa, most of the deaths that happen by animal attack, who would you guess? Who would you guess would be the culprit? Like
the animal?
Who's
yeah,
the
like
deadliest animal in Africa? Like what?
who kills the most? Which animal kills the most humans in Africa?
There's a lot. I'm gonna say either like a snake or gonna just go for like zebra trampling people.
It's hippopotamus.
Oh
Right
my god,
answer
I
is
definitely
hippopotamus.
knew that.
You
I've
skipped
heard
over
that
lions,
before.
I
tigers.
know. I'm
because they
surprised you
don't
didn't go lion.
always-
That's funny.
Yeah, it's kind of like sharks. I feel like they have to be hungry or threatened to attack.
Yeah.
So I didn't think it was that one.
Hippos, though.
Yeah,
Hippos are just mean
Yeah,
they're so
Yeah.
cute though.
They're always hungry.
with their little floppy ears.
Always hungry.
they are so
they
weird
kill.
looking.
I got a lot of random facts. You know, rabbits' teeth, they just grow forever. They have to chomp on things to keep their teeth
I
from
feel like I did that too because I
overgrowing.
used to have a hamster, and so I read about that you have to give them stuff to gnaw on or it'll just keep going.
Yeah.
Oh Lord,
That's crazy.
that
yeah.
is crazy.
They'll just grow right back into their face, just
Yeah.
curl over.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
They
I
just
suppose
bit
at a
me,
certain
so
point
that
you
was really
have
not
you
on
got to
me.
keep them to a certain because if they get too long,
Yeah, you can't.
then
eat.
you can't
do
chew them
anything.
down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Yeah. They're on a treadmill, man,
Yeah.
just like us.
Chewing to survive.
Chewing to survive.
Well, my last thing is normally just like, what do you guys have coming up? Are you guys working on any new music coming out? Any new videos?
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, we're working on a slew of new songs, and we got some releases planned for this summer.
Nice.
Yeah, so some new things, and potentially more videos to shoot
Great.
with Casey.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna ask. Are we
They're
just,
saying
like, gonna
that
leave him out
just
over there?
on TV.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
We cut him out of the picture. He's gone. It's very awkward.
yeah. I've got some videos coming up. Looking forward to making a video with this band called Guar that
Okay.
is
Hell yeah.
famous for like spraying blood on their crowd, and
Oh.
like they play metal music and they
Okay.
dress up as like creatures of hell.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might not
So-
go to the show, but I'll listen to them.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it'll
I'll look 'em
be that'll be an interesting one. You know, I'm gonna have to cover all my camera gear,
Yeah.
and I'll probably wear like a hazmat suit.
Yeah. Are you shooting it at a show? Doing like a live?
No,
video?
we're
Okay.
setting up a thing in a studio, and then
Okay.
we're actually gonna film one of them pushing a grocery cart in a shopping in a grocery store.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird,
The
man.
most
It's gonna be
exciting
real
shoot.
weird.
Oh my god. They're enormous once they get all dressed up, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
Like the old platform shoes and
Oh.
huge
Yeah, they're
entire
like
body like pieces. They look
they're like
monsters.
grungy, low budge Kiss. You know,
Okay.
like they've been around for like 30 years, maybe. I
Damn.
mean, they've been doing
Are they
it for a
from
long
here?
time. No, I think they're in Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
you go to one of their shows, they spray the entire crowd with fake blood. Like they have like a.
It's real blood, Dave.
I'm sorry, yeah, real blood. They spray it all on to the crowd like a fire hose. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
No. I don't think I'd be into that.
You're not into it?
I heard it's
No.
really hard to wash out of your hair. I've never
Oh.
been to a Guar show, but
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you find your right fan base.
they're
Don't worry.
into it. People are
Yeah.
into it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you guys remember Gallagher? He was a comedian in the 70s.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was like really clever, a lot of wordplay and stuff, but he had this gimmick where he would put fruit like a watermelon on a pedestal, and then he'd have this gigantic hammer that he would smash it with, and then the crowd would have plastic and they have to pull it up and like cover themselves up.
Interesting.
I don't know.
That's
I
what
met
we
his
They were given plastic.
I met his twin brother
Oh.
in Fido here in Nashville,
Wow.
and he looks exactly like him, and he hands out ponchos to people with Gallagher's face on it. Strangest thing.
That's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Wow.
That is brilliant.
That's his brother. That's his role.
Yeah, man,
In
he's
the
keeping
brotherhood.
the legacy alive. Yeah.
Well, you said he was his twin brother, right?
Did Gallagher
Yeah.
die?
It's
Didn't
not
he die?
Gallagher's face. It's his face. It's like this is my face. And he punches with.
Yeah,
Did Gallagher die?
yeah, he died a few years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, probably more than a few years ago. but-
He wore like a striped striped shirt.
Yeah, I
had
think
like
so, yes.
curly hair.
He had curly hair, and he'd wear one of those like newsy caps, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like he was an AC/DC kind of.
yeah. He's one of those people who's like, why do people drive on the freeway and park in a driveway or whatever, you know?
Definitely heard that.
Oh yeah, why do people drive on a parkway and park in a driveway?
Smash.
Yeah, he smashes a watermelon.
I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
It's a winning formula.
yeah, absolutely. Great punchline.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here today on Frame of Reference.
Thank you.
Of course.
And, maybe in a new video soon this summer, we'll have you guys back for another episode.
Yeah.
Cool.
Amazing.
Great.
Thank
Awesome.
you, Sam.
Thank you so much.